Hello, it's Jay here again and welcome to another tutorial. So we're going to continue on with the enemy AI and we're going to work on the jumping forward and backwards in this lesson. So as you can see, I've got the player one movement script open, and again luckily we can actually just copy and paste the script from here and obviously change what needs to be changed. So in player one movement, I'm going to come to player jump forward, copy everything in the void apart from the animation, and let's paste that into the enemy AI. And we'll also do the same for jump backwards. So I'm going to copy that. Again, I'm not copying the animation. That's the one line we don't need. And I paste that into jump away from the player. So now we have that in place. Let's go through and change the variables. So this one, player one move direction, is going to be opponent move direction. So let's just copy that, and what we'll do is just go through and we'll replace every instance of that variable, and we'll keep going in the next one. So in jump away from player, we'll just go through and we'll change all that to opponent move direction. So here we have player jump horizontal, we'll change that to opponent jump horizontal. Or in fact, let me just check the naming convention. So let's just copy that and we'll paste that in here. Player jump speed wants to be opponent jump speed. And again, we'll go through both blocks and change that out. So the next one, player one transform. Is going to be the opponent transform. And we need it hit there as well. So we're getting there now, we've nearly done this. So underscore collision flags opponent, yep, that's correct. Player controller, we'll change that to opponent. And now we've got the line where we change states. Now it may just be easier to come to the opponent idle and copy the last two lines, opponent AI state, and then the line where we actually change the state. Let's come down and we'll paste that in there. Obviously we're not retreating, so we want opponent come down forwards in this case. And again, let's just copy those two lines, we'll paste them in the jump away state, opponent come down. To opponent come down backwards. So let's just change that out. And we'll just go through and tidy up the comments. So we don't need to change the comments here. Change the comment there to opponent's move direction equals opponent transform by move direction. That line is fine. We can leave that as just collision flags. That is fine. Opponent controller by move direction. Actually, it might be better to break this up. So if player transform is greater than or equal to, let's cut there. We'll paste that in. The jump height now, we'll cut that. And we'll paste that in there. In fact, probably easy just to copy those lines and paste it in here. And again, we'll just quickly tidy these up. Remembering to change from players to opponent. So opponent transform is greater. Yes, I missed it in the previous one, so there, we'll change that to opponent. So now we've got those two in place, let's just save that off there. And now we'll come to the come down, forwards and backwards, and again we can actually copy and paste the code from the player one movement script. And, you know, actually, I'll probably end up changing the names of these codes to come down left and right. Same with the jump. We're not going to test this out because we'll need code basically to... So the AI knows how to jump based on what side of the screen the player is. I mean, it's not a problem, it's actually quite easy to implement, but we'll get that implemented before testing out. But let's just get this in place for now. So again, I've just copied opponent move direction, and we can just go through and paste over everywhere it says player one move direction. And again, we've just got to keep going. And this is just, you know, may not be exciting. We've already done it once. That's the reason why I'm going through it quite quickly, but it's a job that needs doing, and still this is the quickest and easiest way. So we might as well just continue on. So we want the opponent jump horizontal. And we've just got to keep going through, so I think we use vertical speed this time. Can't remember what we called it. Oh yeah, it is opponent vertical speed, so let's just copy that. Yeah, there's probably a few variables we'll need to change, not because they will affect. I'm just going to copy the collision flags here, but yes, there may be some we need to change just to make the script easier to read and easier to follow. Like I said, nothing that's going to affect functionality, but it's still a job we've got to do. So there's the controller, and here we go, opponent transform. And yeah, probably another word of note is I'll probably end up breaking up this script also at some point, just because it's getting quite long now. The fact that the script is long is not a problem, and that's because we're using a switch block, which, as you all know, I'm sure by now, means only the code that's in the block we're calling actually runs at any one time. The only exception is obviously the void update and the startup. But we're very well optimized, but I probably will just break that up. So I've just copied and pasted in the line for changing the state. Obviously it's going to be opponent idle. But yes, if we break up the script a little bit, then it should make it a lot easier to read. Especially if you do find you have any errors. Should make it a lot easier to go through the code. So again now, I'm just tidying up the comments, having gone through and changed everything. So and there we go for that block. And lastly, we'll get this block done. I mean, obviously there's still a lot of code for the enemy AI. So if any of you want me to take a break from the AI and work on another part of the game and come back to it, you know, just have that break, you please let me know in the comments. I'm always happy to do that if that's what the majority of people want. But that's all changed now, and our script is getting kind of full now. It's beginning to take shape, and yes, I do mean beginning, because it's going to be a complex AI by the time we are done, because obviously a fighting game lives and dies depending on the opponent AI, or at least in my opinion. A good, well-balanced AI is always what makes a fighting game fun for me, but obviously we're going to have a second player also. That's still to implement, so there's lots of things left to implement, such as more code on how the round's going to work, you know, keeping scores, and lots of other things I can always do and then come back to the AI. So please, if you have any preference, just leave the a message down below, but we'll leave it there, and hopefully you enjoyed this video. I hope to see you next time, and until then, as always, bye for now.